guys, welcome to the next part of building for beginners or building basics. If you're a beginner in The Sims 4, hopefully these videos are helping. And if you're just wanting to build more confidence with your building, hopefully this is helping as well. If you haven't watched the first two parts already, I recommend you do because you learn how to build a house, the structure, the roofing, put in all the essential items and organize your floor plan. And in this video, we're going to be learning how to style your house beautifully with nice colors, make everything look really good and decorated. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, so you can watch the whole playlist easily. Let's get into it. So this is the house we've been working on for a little while now. We've got our essential items inside, as well as these very blue rugs, which I will delete. But basically we have our lounge area, little desk area, dining area, kitchen, bedroom and bathroom / ensuite, as well as a little patio area out the back. The only thing with this is it looks okay. It will work to play in, but it is a little bit bland. So we've already got a little bit of a sage color going on, which is quite nice, but I think we could make it even nicer. And maybe not just have black and white furniture. There's a few ways of doing this. Sometimes you can be inspired by looking in magazines, recreating your own house, how you've decorated it. But if you're ever feeling lost, one thing that I like to do is pick out a colorful item and go from there. One item that is easy to gain inspiration from is something like a rug. So let's just look for a nice rug to put in our lounge room, and that's going to inspire the rest of our decor in this room. So there's this really great rug from Dream Home Decorator that I do really like. It isn't unlockable during gameplay, but if you're building just in a fresh new house with no household, unlockables do become available to you. And I like this one because there's a lot of different colors in it. So we've got red, blue, yellow, a bit of an eggshell neutral color, green, which is good. So let's see if any of these couch swatches tie in with it. I mean, the first one does. And just so you guys know, I haven't actually pre-planned this at all. So I'm just gonna try my best. Honestly, like we could do blue, we could do the purpley cushion too. Even the orangey works because it ties in with the yellow and the red. Basically what I'm doing is just looking for colors that are already in the rug to then also put into the other pieces of furniture. Might do the purple here for these chairs because that is kind of a purpley blue color. We could even go like a completely different color couch right here. That works quite well. Or we could go with the blue. Really, it's all gonna tie together, I think, pretty easily. Now you can definitely, put in walls that tie into the carpets depending on how out there you want to be. I might keep it more neutral just because we have a few more decor objects to include, like paintings and such I want to show you. But we can definitely go some orange chairs now that we've introduced that orangey reddish color in here. Do you reckon these tiles tie into this rug? They kind of work, but I think we could do better. I mean, we could go really bright with orange tiles back here, and that definitely ties in with everything. Or we could go something a little more subtle. We'll go with that. And I think we need a rug under these orange chairs too. Repetition of the same rug in different swatches can sometimes work really well. But don't feel like you have to stick with the same thing over and over again, because as long as it kind of goes together, it works. And sometimes you want to clash things, which is also okay. If you do want to decorate your spaces more, you can go down to objects by function, and there is a decoration category. And this is where you can find your paintings, mirrors, blinds, sculptures, plants, rugs, all of that good stuff. And this really does make the house look a lot better and more fun. So I think what would be nice is putting something on the dining table, much like real life. And don't worry, your Sims will be able to eat around this as long as it's in the center. You can put that there. You can get all sorts of plants and things. Also, at this stage, it might be nice to add a little bit more lighting to your house if it is a little bit dark. Or you can also go ahead and add more windows if you feel as well. Both of those things will help brighten up the space. And also don't forget there are wall lights, so you can also make your home look more cozy with those. And the little trick of using the Alt key to place things off the grid is especially handy with wall lights, so you might like to do that. Another little handy tip is if you're going for a particular style or aesthetic in your home, If you go down to filter item down here, there's this arrow. You can also filter items to particular styles. So you could do farmhouse, you'll just get farmhouse themed lights. Industrial, you can combine some. That can be really, really helpful. And also you can get specific colors. So if you only want red lights, you can just get the red lights. You can also sort things by the packs if you have a particular pack you want to use. Or if you're downloading custom content, you can just see your custom content items as well using this filter. One of my favorite things to do is definitely add greenery and plants to houses. I just think it makes the house look so much nicer if your family has the funds for it. I also like to make use of paintings. And especially in this case where we're using a lot of color, paintings can be a great way to make it harmonize and bring it all together. Instead of a rug inspiring your color palette, you could also just use a painting to do that too. You can also size things up and down with the open and close bracket keys, handy for paintings. And of course, make use of that design tool using your R key as well to pick different colorways. There's also clutter objects in your decoration area. So you'll find things like tissue boxes, little drink trays, just items that are going to make your house look more lived in and less sparse. And another little trick to make your house look a little bit more lived in is to not place things just straight on the grid. So remember, if you use your Alt key, you can rotate things and just make them look more realistic. Like someone has been living in the house and the chairs have just shifted ever so slightly. So you can do that. You can even do it with rugs, make it look a little off center. I mean, some of you guys will really love to have it all straight and organized, but it really depends on whether you're making, a share house for young adults or a family home that's been really well used by lots of kids. You can really create any story that you want. I'm just gonna put a little side table in here and add an extra lamp for a bit of a warmer feeling here. And yeah, I'm going for pretty colorful at the moment. If you find you've got a wall area that you want to put something on, but nothing really fits there or one thing doesn't look quite right, you can also experiment by, stacking the same item twice in different swatches, or if that looks a little bit too big, I could size them down with my bracket key and do something like this. And, the more you play around, the more little tricks you'll discover and that you'll just keep using over and over again. There's not just paintings and pictures. You can go to the wall decoration category where you might find something like a clock, decorative objects to put on a wall. But also don't forget the power of a bookshelf. If you have any spaces where you think something needs to go or a sconce light, a bookshelf makes a big difference to spaces looking more lived in. So this is looking pretty lived in. I'd say this house is quite bright and decorated. I'm tempted to put some curtains in. And I said in the last part, it can kind of be difficult to find curtains to suit certain windows. So it might take a little while of experimenting to find what you want. The other nice thing about clutter, going back to that, is if you have certain shelves, certain clutter pieces might fit into them. I will say this can be really annoying to try and fit objects into a lot of things. Like this shelf right here, you think you'd be able to fit something there, but nothing does. But you might be surprised what actually acts as a surface where you can place something. You can also find decorations in the room categories too. So if we go back to kitchen and click on the fruit bowl, there are lots of kitchen decor items. I would just be wary of filling up all of the space on the counters because your Sims might not be able to prepare their food. They will need at least one counter space to do that. Also, if I wanted my Sim to actually sit here and eat, they might not be able to if I put a fruit bowl there. But it's really up to you. Seeming as though we have a dining table here, I think that fruit bowl is going to be fine there. I'm also going to put a coffee machine over on this spare counter too, because coffee, if your Sim is tired, can quickly get their energy up again. If we go into the bedroom area, let's have a think about brightening this up. Now, one thing that could help influence the rest of the colors in the room is the bedspread. So if I were to pick this greeny color, I might like to harmonize it with some soft purple walls or a blue color to go with a nice blue wallpaper. Or you might prefer to just tie a bedspread to a rug and kind of work backwards that way. So this can be our yellowish bedroom. You find a painting with a little bit of yellow in it. And put a pride flag up in here. Some little shoe piles in. I don't know, when in doubt, greenery always makes the house look so much better. And also remember, to give a sense of continuity in interior design, you can copy and paste things from one room, put it in the other, and it kind of brings a sense of unity in the house all together. So this neutral planking I have over here, if I put it in the bedroom, it instantly looks like the rooms are linked. Now, I have already done that on this wall, so I won't do it again, but just keep that in mind if you're feeling a little bit stuck at all. In the bathroom, a personal favorite thing to put in there is actually some toilet paper. Now, the Sims do not use the toilet paper, but it just gives me peace of mind knowing that it's there. You can also select whether it goes over or under, which is someone who likes it to go under. I appreciate that. Another thing that's nice in the bathroom is maybe some towel racks to make it look a little bit more realistic. You can also place a rug under the shower like this to make that look like the floor's not going to get wet. I mean, it still can get wet. And another thing to keep in mind is also changing the tile color for some contrast for a feature wall in a bathroom. So we could do black here with some black flooring to, you know, give it a different look if we wanted to. Or if that's a bit harsh, which I think it is probably, we can just do like a charcoal on one wall. I actually really don't like this painting here. I think it would look nicer with a window maybe. Or actually in corners, you can get doors to match windows, so it can look like a nice little corner piece. That's also a nice little trick to utilize space. And then that really does look like it opens up nicely to the backyard. In terms of backyard furnishing, there is also an outdoors room category. Things to put in the outdoors are something like a barbecue. You know, it means your Sims can cook outside, grill something up that they might not usually be able to on their stove. So we can make a little bit of room for that, make a little barbecue area just here. Don't forget, you can also check what your house looks like during different times of the day. So if I want to check there's enough light at nighttime, that is good. And if your house is dark, your Sims might not be as happy living there because they struggle to see things. So always good to have lots of light. And you can also see if you've been putting in too many lights, which I might have. I'm usually guilty of that. So that's looking really nice and lit up for nighttime too. There's some nice sun lounges if your Sims would like to sun themselves outside. They can lounge on those. We can have an outdoor dining area, separate tables and chairs, or there's these picnic tables. Little details like garden hoses. That will make it look more lived in. You can get little planters here and buy seeds and grow things. That's always good fun to explore gardening. And just changing the swatches of different items can make it look a little bit more organic too and realistic. There's play equipment for kids too. You might even want to get into using the ponds tool if you're keen, or putting in a pool. I might show you how to do that in the next video when we do landscaping, because that's like a whole other world. Do keep in mind that sometimes these room categories can be a little bit restrictive, so it is worth going to the full decoration category and looking at everything, familiarizing yourself with some of these items. Or if there's something that you're searching for, you can always type it into the search bar, a keyword, and test your luck. Another way, particularly for outdoor decor, is to go back to build mode, and there is a wall sculpture category here. There's also a roof sculpture area, and this will also give you a lot of decor items specifically for the outdoors. So things like hanging vines can be really nice on the outside. Some flowers that cascade up the sides of the house. Things like wall hanging plants, flower boxes to go under windows, awnings to go at the front of your house. Can be quite nice. One thing that I'm always searching for is an umbrella to go outside. So here's an umbrella I can put up near my table so they can be a little shaded whilst they're eating. There we go. There is just so much to explore when it comes to decor in your game, especially the more packs you get. So just take your time and have fun looking at what you can use. And definitely feel free to watch some of my build videos or other people's online, and you can see what's in the game, what's in certain packs you might be looking at, and you can get lots of ideas on what to do that way as well and try lots of new things. So I think I will leave this part right here. Obviously the backyard's looking a little bit bare, but I'll save that for the next video so it's not too overwhelming. I feel like I'm giving you guys homework, but I think we've made it look quite homely inside. I can't remember if it's homely or homey. That's actually a derogatory term in the US. Here they're nice things. It just means like it's got a nice vibe. But yeah, it's a pretty nice open plan, simple house, a nice bedroom, bathroom, and everything's really just easily accessible. And I'm looking forward to doing some landscaping with you guys in the next part and showing you guys how to use pools, terrain, all of that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're on the world, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Doctor!